everyone, welcome back to social studies. So we've been talking a lot about community helpers. A community helper, what is it? A community helper is a person who has a job to help people in the community, right? People who live in the neighborhood. Do you know examples of community helpers? Yeah, some examples of community helpers can be doctors, nurses, teachers, mail carriers, um, bakers, chefs, even people who cut hair, hairstylists, or who do nails. They're even community helpers too because they help us with our life. They make our life easier, they make our life better. So I'm going to read to you a book about community helpers. And when I read this book, I want you to think about what job you would like to do or what community helper job you would like to have when you're older. Would you want to be an astronaut? They help us too because they help us learn about the universe, outer space, things that we don't know about yet. Would you want to be a firefighter? Would you want to help put out fires? Would you want to be a police officer, help us keep us safe? What would you want to be? So I'm going to read a book and it has different community helper jobs. And I want you to think while I read, I would want to do that when I'm older. Or I would like to have that job when I'm older. Or I want to, be this community helper because, and then you read it. So when I'm reading this book, I just want you to think about the jobs, the different types of community helpers that are in this book, and something that or a job that you would want to be when you're older. So let me share my screen. Where am I? Okay, here you go, share my screen. All right, and this book is called What Can I Be? What Can I Be? By Dave Goodman and Ed Goodman. What can I be when I grow up? I have so many ideas. So here's a boy, and he's thinking about what he wants to be when he grows up, what community helper job he could have. So many. I see a rocket ship. Maybe he wants to be an astronaut and learn about the planets like Saturn. Or maybe he wants to be some sort of scientist because I see lots of science-y things around here like butterflies and some equations that you do in science and chemistry. I see a moon, some clouds, some stars. All right, keep going. I like to help others feel healthy and happy. I can be a nurse or a veterinarian. So this girl, she probably looks like she wants to be a veterinarian because she's taking care of a giraffe. Veterinarians take care of animals, right? They keep animals healthy, safe, or maybe even a nurse, like a human nurse that helps keep humans healthy. I like to create experiments and make discoveries. I can be a scientist or an astronaut. So this child, they want to create experiments. They want to discover new things and teach us new things that they discovered. So they could be a scientist or an astronaut. Maybe you want to be a scientist. Maybe you want to discover new things. Maybe you want to discover new medicines to help people feel better. Maybe you want to do experiments, or maybe you want to be an astronaut and go to outer space. What subject in school would you have to be really good at to be a scientist and an astronaut? Yeah, to be a scientist or an astronaut, you have to be really good at science and also math too, because when you're a scientist or an astronaut, it deals with a lot of math. You have to be good with numbers and adding and subtracting, counting, all that good stuff. I like to grow food and cook. I can be a farmer or a chef. So if you love food, if you love to cook, you can grow food and become a farmer. You can live on a farm and have animals. You can grow vegetables or fruit, and that's another way to be a farmer. Or you can just, if you want to cook, you can be a chef. If you don't want to grow food, but you want to cook food, you can be a chef and make delicious food. And make delicious food for me, right? Don't ever forget about me when you're older and you have all these cool community helper jobs. We can each have many different jobs when we grow up. We all like to learn to do lots of things like sports, math, art, and music. So there's many things that you can be when you grow up, different types of community helper jobs. But you have to be good at a subject so that you can be that community helper job, right? So you have to be good in sports. If you want to be an athlete, if you want to be a basketball player or a soccer player or a ballerina, you have to be good at sports, at that type of sport. If you want to be a musician, you have to be good at music. If you want to be a pianist, you have to be good at playing the piano. If you want to be a singer, you have to have a good voice. You have to be good at singing. If you want to be a painter, an artist, you have to be really good at making art, painting, drawing, sculpting. I like to move and play with others. I can be a dancer or a musician. So if you want to be a dancer, what do you think you have to be good at? You have to be good at dancing, right? So maybe you have to be good in PE, because PE, you have to be very active, you have to be very strong, and when you're a dancer, you need to be very strong, very healthy, very active. I like to dress up in different colors and styles. I can be an actor or a clothing designer. So maybe you want to be an actor, maybe you want to be in movies or TV shows. You have to be really good at acting. Or maybe you want to design clothes, you want to make clothes, dresses, or pants, or even cool shoes. You want to design shoes like sneakers. That's a great job to have. We have to be really good at art. I like to take things apart and put them back together. I can be an engineer or a builder. So if you like to make things like with Legos, or you like to put things together, break things apart, or like fixing things, you could be an engineer or a builder. What do you think, what subject do you think you have to be good at to be an engineer or builder, or taking things apart and put them back together? Probably math, right? We read, play, and learn all the time, so we can be whatever we can imagine when we grow up. What can you be? The end. So we saw lots of different community helpers, right? Like fashion designers, like clothing designers, make clothes, design clothes. We saw an actor. We saw a scientist, all different types. And all these are community helper jobs because they help people make their life better and easier. So what do you think you'd want to be? Do you want to be a teacher and help people learn? What would you want to be? So I'm going to show you a seesaw activity. There's 2 for this week. And you can pick one or you can do both, but it's good if you do 2. So there's 2 different activities. There's one called Community Helpers, and it has this picture. So what you have to do is you have to take a picture of yourself. Your parent can help you take a picture of yourself. And then you have to make yourself into community helper, helper you want to be when you grow up. And then you have to record what you want to be and why. So, for example, this lady, she took a picture of herself, and then she drew on her picture to make herself be a community helper. And this community helper that she wants to be is a surgeon. A surgeon is like, it's a doctor who performs surgery. So if you ever, broke your hand and you need to get surgery to fix it, that's a surgeon. And let's hear what she has to say, because you also have to record yourself saying what community helper you are and why. So let's hear what she said.
I'd like to be a surgeon when I grow up because I'd like to help people who are in need of having operations to help save their lives.
Yeah, pretty cool. So if you're a surgeon, you might have to perform an operation. Maybe someone's having heart problems and they need surgery. They need an operation to fix their heart. Then you would have to go in there if you're a surgeon and like cut up their body part and fix their heart. That's a big job to have a surgeon. You have to be really good at math and science for that. But hey, if you like that, go ahead. And if you're good at that, you should do it. We need lots of surgeons in this world. So there's that activity. And then another one is match the community helper to the location. So we have to move the community helpers to their locations. So let's try some together. All right. So let's do this one. So there's different community helpers, right? And there's different locations. So different places where they work, where they do their job. So police officer, let's look at the map right here and see, where would the police officer go? Would they go, do they do their job in the home? At a school? Sometimes they'd go at a school, right? At a hospital? In a jail? I think this one, a jail, because look, I even see a police car. So I'm going to click on the police officer and put it next to that building, into his police car. All right. And the next one, these ones don't really have like a uniform or any clues to tell us what they are, what kind of community helpers they are. So you can just pick and choose. So this guy can go over here to this looks like a hospital right here, because I also see an ambulance. So they can go right here. So he is a doctor because he works at a hospital. He takes care of people when they're sick. Let's see, let's do this girl. This girl is gonna go over here. And it looks like that this is a fire station because I see a fire truck. So she is going to be a firefighter. And she helps puts out fires. Now let's do another one. Let's go over here to the school. So what community helper works at a school? A teacher. So let's see, this guy is going to be a teacher. So this guy is going to go next to the school and he's going to be a teacher. And he helps students learn. And then let's see, let's do this one over here. So this one, this one might be, I think he could be another police officer, maybe. Because, or maybe actually, you know what? I changed my mind. He's going to be a mail carrier. He's going to work at the post office. So he delivers mail. So this guy's going to be a mail carrier. And then over here, these two, we have two left. They don't really have, it looks the same. So I'm just going to pick my own. So this girl is going to be working at the store. She's going to be working at a bakery because she's a baker. She bakes desserts, she bakes cakes, bread. So she's going to be a baker. Then I have another girl over here. And I have one more picture here. And let's see. She's going to be she's going to be a hairstylist. So she works at a hair salon. And she styles hair. She cuts hair. So these two ones are at the bottom. Kind of tricky because they don't really give that much clues. It's the same picture, so just pick something that makes sense. So you wouldn't want to do a school because or teacher because this doesn't look like a school, right? This doesn't look like that building. You could say a vet. Maybe she is a vet clinic. You could say that person's a veterinarian and they take care of animals. All right, and then that's that one. All right, so there you have it. You have those two activities. I can't wait to see the activity where you take a picture of yourself and then you design your outfit to make yourself look like a community helper. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.